In this universe,
in this galaxy, in this world, beneath the influencer clouds,
over the viral video fields,
off the information superhighway,
there are voices in the digital wilderness, whispering
more opinions.
If you listen,
you will hear. We are here. Oh man, trying to find some information on the super internet and it's not working.
Do I have to stall until you finish reading?
No. Well, because I can't find any of the posts. We're gonna start off. Hello, everybody. I'm the Garbage Man. This is my lovely co-host Alex. We started the show off a few weeks ago talking about living rent free in people's heads. And I showed the picture of the farmer that put fuck Trudeau. Got him. So. I hope you're running a tally because I'm not.
Yep.
Okay, good. And okay, add that one. So maybe these are living rent free, but maybe I feel it's something that really needs to be discussed, even though we seem to discuss it a lot. So Tabor's is coming up, not this weekend, the following weekend is Pride. And of course, but there was something shared for the first time. There's going to be drag queens reading to children. Now, of course, this now comes up. Oh my geez, these people are reading to children, and get my pitchforks. The children are being read to. So, okay, before we continue, I have to retort to this comment. I like Man in the Mirror. You can't compare the two songs, in my opinion, because one is a slow song, one is a fast song. Man in the Mirror is by far Michael Jackson's. I don't know. I was just about to say. Yeah, I think it's his best slow song. She's Out of My Life is up there. I'm talking dance. You can't compare. This is me. If that's what you think, Brody, but you can't compare the dance music that Michael did to the slow stuff. That's just where I stand on that. So, anyways. And someone took the time and the effort to make a burner account to keep commenting because someone put the post this on a Tabor something or other about like the events, right? And it's like, oh, you think it's okay to be reading to children? And I don't comment on these things because I have this. This is where I do my comments. This is that way I'm not getting in an argument on Facebook or Twitter, or I try not to. Because I'll say it again. Is it any different than the bull crap that gets put into children's head on a Sunday? Well, they're trying to teach love and understanding at Sunday school. Okay, that's fine. That's a good song too, Brody. But that's what I'm guessing these drag queens are doing by reading to children. And that is also the children that are been brought there because maybe their parents want them to understand what these people are. Because they're not going away. They're not going anywhere. So, unless they're teaching or reading books about, very graphic, maybe like sexual things, or like the procedures that they're getting done to become what they are, unless it's a very graphic story, then what is the big deal? Or they're grooming them. Again, I'll go back to Sunday morning and a little thing called Sunday school where you're grooming these children to believe in an imaginary deity.
And you're part of a cult.
And that's our opinion.
Drink me.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I will not say that for Alex. Is that your opinion?
Only so I could bring up this. There it is. Yeah. because you posted this a while ago, and I keep
Yes.
forgetting to bring it up.
I love it. Yeah, you're part of it. That's exactly it. So I was trying to find what these books are that they're reading to children. I was kind of curious, like, what are the books? Okay, so this is from, I'm not going to click on it here. I don't know what the, oh, it's going to give me sound here. Don't give me sound. AFP News Agency with 1.66 million subscribers. There you go. So reads books to children to teach them about acceptance and gender identity. Okay, so again, if you don't believe your children, you don't want to be a part of this, then don't bring your children there. Like, what? Why? It's the whole thing about it's about TV again. When they went after The Simpsons and South Park and Family Guy, don't let your children watch it. Well, they'll find a way to do it. Yes, such is life. Welcome to life. Anyways, that is a good 6 minutes of me going off. Go ahead, Alex, say something.
Yeah, the conservative right in the United States is against Chinese communism and the Great Firewall, yet they want to wall off the majority of the internet to their children. Most of the internet is for adults only. I'll give them that.
Mm-hmm.
But they will find a way. If not at home, then they'll go to a friend's house whose older brother has access to all of the internet. And that older brother will have shown that younger brother all the evil things that adults do. And then the friend who has been brought over to the house will see it too. Then they're corrupted, and then they're evil, and then apparently they worship Satan. What? But that's the leap. That's the leap in logic that they go to every time. Oh, you're going to become a Satan worshiper, and you're going to grow up to kill people. Yeah, no, because I haven't done any of that. And I watched Friday the 13th, and I played Doom, and I was a pretty messed up kid in some respects. And no one knows me for being a Satan worshiping serial killer. But that's because I haven't told anyone until now.
Cat's out of the bag. And that's fine. And maybe, but let them understand. I'm like again, like this is the whole. It's funny how it seems that, especially around here, that everything needs to kowtow down to religion. Well, this is the worry of the world. I'm sorry. Like, oh, well, that's not good. I don't want my children to do that. It was the same thing when they wanted to put prayer back at Dr. Ham in the school here. And they said, well, the kids that don't want to pray, they can leave the classroom. Oh, so you can ostracize those children. And I know we talked about this on the old show. I said this with Brody. And those children can now become social pariahs because when little Timmy goes home to say, hey, Dad, why did little Billy there leave the classroom? Oh, he's a hateful bigot and doesn't believe in the Lord. And then that's what would probably happen. Bullying, and then what happens? Yeah. Billy is now ostracized and bullied because he doesn't believe in Jesus.
Yeah. I love how part of the people on the right in this culture war, they'll put the children out front as a shield and say, we're here to protect them. And everything we do is for them. But it's not really all about protecting the children. It's imposing their will and their version of morality upon the rest of us, not just in their little part of the world, but in the broader world, the country, North America, perhaps, and say, oh, it's for the children. No, it isn't. That's what you say it is. But in the free country in which you live, you want to impose your will by saying, oh, it's to protect the children. Wrong.
Also in this free country that you want to make free, you care about the children and make sure they're in the front line, but when they get hit with the guns, we get shot, we can't do nothing about that. We care about you when you're in utero, but once the bullets start flying, you're on your own. It ties into the same party.
Where are all the good guys with the guns to to stand outside the school 8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Yep.
Where are those people? Oh, we care so much about the children. There's your new job.
Yep.
And
Yep.
you're going to be doing it for free because no school budget is going to put their money in to pay you because they don't have the money.
And I mean, I'm not speaking for it because this is all not all American problems. It's a huge American problem. But I'm saying this as a man who had a child in school, and I mean Brody will probably agree with this because he has, I think, Oj is in grade 1 or kindergarten now, and Leo's not far behind to be in public school. If you're going to spend all this extra money on armed guards, how about you get some more teachers and some more equipment for these teachers to teach our children? When you hear about classrooms that are completely overstocked right now because there's no teachers anymore, right? Yeah, grade 1 pre-K. So if there was money to be spent, wouldn't you rather go towards maybe more teachers, better equipment for the children, like computers and whatnot for kids to learn on, and other things instead of having to worry about an armed guard at your school to make sure your children are safe?
Nope. We need more metal detectors before you go in. We need bulletproof glass. We need teachers to be armed. We need all students to be wearing bulletproof vests. We need multiple armed guards inside and outside the school. And they've all got to be classified as good guys, which means we need to dive into their pasts and everything they've ever done. And we will determine who the good guys are.
Who's we?
Exactly. Who's we? Who's they?
Yeah.
Who's anyone?
But yeah, because not everybody has the same agenda. Correct? Like not everybody's agenda is the same.
Yep.
And that is the way of the world. That's the way it's been since the dawn of time. Right?
The right wing south of the South, the southern South. Completely rational. Yeah, we got to have guns. We got to give my kid is going to have a gun when he comes out of the womb. And the first thing he's going to learn to do with those little fingers is pull a trigger.
Yeah, and I know what you're saying, bro, and I get it, bro. And here's the other thing though is, but this is how times have also changed. Like I don't remember at Mackenzie, but there were times where people would have guns in their gun racks at their trucks at school. I don't remember ever seeing that in Mackenzie. I'm sure it did happen, but nonetheless, things have changed. We've talked about this before, how bullying is escalated. Kids can't get away from the bullies anymore.
Yep.
Like people are hating school more and more, worse and worse, right? And things have changed. I worked with a girl today. She's working at the town, and her daughter is 6 and at school and is getting bullied about being a little thicker. Okay. And it's like, and she had a great point when she said, how are these kids at 6 years old learning like to body shame people? Like what's going on in your house where like this, you would even know what that is at 6 years old. Right. Like I mean, I don't remember being called a fat kid, till like a little older, but I don't remember that. Like, I mean, I don't, but I don't remember it being an issue when I was in like grade 1, grade 2, nothing like that. When I got in like grade 4 or 5, like, oh yeah. But like, it does come back. Like, where are people learning these things? Where are the like, who's teaching them? And obviously it's the kid. But then again, are the parents even around anymore? Are they all just relying on the internet to teach their children? Or a fair amount.
That's down to the individual family.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's way too difficult to try and pin down.
Mm-hmm.
It could be with some of that kind of bullying, that could be down to, well, me and my 2 friends, we look kind of the same in terms of body structure. Yeah. And then when we look at that person, they don't look like us. Therefore, we are going to make fun of them. I think it boils down to that simple mentality. Some people will say, well, they make fun of you because they're afraid of you. I don't think that's the answer in all cases. Some people make fun of others because, well, sometimes it's fear. Sometimes it's wanting to feel powerful. Sometimes they just want to be the center of attention, not exactly wanting to be powerful, but just wanting to say something and get a positive reaction in terms of laughter toward them so that they feel better about themselves. Yeah, that
Maybe.
relates to power, but
maybe
it's different with everyone. Yeah.
So I still just can't find anywhere where like a book, like just like a book title. I just want to know, like, there's several books drag queens read to kids. Oh, so there's back to the beginning of the conversation because I still didn't find it. I figured we kind of should put a bow on it before we continue. Excuse me, I got hiccups. Oh, actually, excuse me. So it said local drag queens visit schools and libraries to read to children, providing that they look at the diversity of world along with the story of the tiger who came to tea. So far, there are more than 2,000. Okay, no, that doesn't say anything. But again, if you don't want your kids, but you can make that clear to a school too. Like there are a lot. Like I remember there were kids in school who were Jehovah's Witness and couldn't participate in Christmas and Halloween things. Right? So if you don't want your child to go to these story time things, then you're right as a parent to say no.
Yeah, barring the ultimate solution of I'm taking my kid out of this school and putting them in a different school, because that's not always an option for some parents. The parents can type out a very detailed letter and give it to the school administration and keep a copy for themselves, of course, saying, my child will not participate in this, and that, and that, and this, and this, and that. And that's all there is to it. And if you don't bow down to me, I'm going to post about it on Facebook and I'm going to shame every one of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So
I'm going to walk into the principal's office and sit down and put my feet up and say, we got a problem here.
Yeah, we got a problem here. Oh, yeah. So I saw someone share this, and I want to make it very, very clear. What I'm about to share is I would totally hit this. So I'm saying that before I even show. No. I would.
Would you hit it with maximum firepower?
I'd hit it with my wiener.
Oh, yeah.
Little Martha Stewart, and then she'd make you a great snack after you were done. I'm about it. I know it's a lot of. That is her now. Jeez. I'm sure there's makeup and all that stuff involved, but guess what? I don't care.
Don't care.
Because she would make me some awesome stuff afterwards. Yep. Oh shit! Hit the wrong button. My bad. Hit the wrong button. Sorry. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, we're on the wrong side. How do we switch? Oh, that's better. Woo! Ah! Okay, I'm not touching anything.
Okay, go. Let me see if I can do it. Yes.
There we go.
I did it.
So I'd hit that all day, son. Right? Swing.
Nice callback.
Yeah, right? So we talked 81.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'd be like, yo, what's up, Dukish Flower? Home on my kid's Twitter. I could really mess with it, but I'll just log out of it. That would be funny.
He was using your computer again?
No. He hasn't used it for a while.
Ah.
So yeah, no, he was just he had used it. So did I delete his email? Oh my goodness, I need to delete his email.
Accidentally.
Oh no, I just want it out of my. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's gooderist. All right. So I wanted to bring up. So it's come out in the news. This is hilarious. That apparently Kelly Clarkson has a crappy work environment. I shared this story with you. Yeah. So here's the problem with this story that I had shared. It's so vague. It doesn't say what the bullying was. It says they were made to work long hours. They were underpaid and something else. And it's like, okay, what is the abuse? What is the verbal abuse that you guys are claiming has happened? And I can't find anything about it that says, say what the verbal abuse was.
Yeah.
if you're being an idiot and you've been told to do something 20 times and your boss says you're an idiot, then guess what? You're an idiot. Get over it. I caught that. That was a good catch, eh? You're fair idiot.
I'm tempted to take 25 cents off or out of the swear jar, but I'm not going to do it.
Oh, wow. That's brutal. So anyways, yeah, that report came out. That was interesting. It's like, okay, well, what is being said? What is being said? Like, what was said that was so that 11 of you were so upset that you need that PTSD? Oh, these people wouldn't survive a week at my father's house. Seriously. Well, no, and she's not, and that's just it. And of course, it's her show. I should have said that too. Kelly Clarkson isn't involved. Apparently, it's like producers in the back and blah blah blah. Okay, but what was said? That doesn't change the statement. What was said that was so upsetting that these people felt the need to tell Rolling Stone that they were upset? That's what I want to know. And maybe I'll sit it and go, man, she really is a butthead, like these producers. Or is it one of those things of they're doing a show, a syndicated show that, you know, makes a lot of money and they don't have time for some little peon grip to be messing stuff up when they could probably... You so look like Michael Stipe right now. It's the end of the world as we know it. And there's copyrighted now. But yeah, maybe that's the issue. There's 100 other grips that are looking for work, and you can be replaced very easily.
It seems that they're not shiny, happy people.
I hate that song. So annoying. I like the Drive by R.E.M. It's a good song.
What's the Frequency, Kenneth, is a good one too.
That's not bad. I like Strange Currencies. I don't know. Frick, do I have that song? Damn it. Shut up, Alex. Shut up, Alex. I remember to download that. So I watched a movie this weekend.
No.
I watched Megan.
Oh, nice.
I was not impressed. I was hoping for some more creepy stuff with the doll. I thought it could I saw something that they dialed back the violence because they wanted to get a PG-13 rating, but I feel that it really hurt the movie if that is indeed what happened. I thought it could have, because there was a cool like a running scene where she ran through the woods after a kid, and it looked awesome, but not impressed. Oh, I was not impressed.
Yeah, I saw it in the theater. I thought it was okay, but just like Evil Dead Rise, I started becoming a director while I was watching it and thinking, okay, you could have done that better. You could have done this shot differently. You missed an opportunity there. I liked it, but I took myself out of the movie by not just sitting back and enjoying it, unfortunately.
And so I don't think I'm off that far then. I thought they could have done a lot more with it. With Megan, anyways. I thought they really could have.
Perhaps, depending on their box office draw, perhaps they'll do a sequel where they can open up and do more, go for an R rating, and make back at least the budget and maybe a little bit more. Maybe that's their end game here.
Yeah, maybe, hopefully. Or maybe they'll do a director's cut.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do like the old director's cut. Like here's like what we wanted to do, like R-rated, unrated version, like a real unrated version. Not like where this one where it's got like a couple scenes, you're like, all right, maybe that was a little more intense, but not really worth, me sitting through this to see these stupid little scenes. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Right. So yeah. Do you have any stories you'd like to discuss?
Perhaps. And before I forget, we didn't give movie or music recommendations last week, so we will do 2 each.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's bad.
At the end of today's show.
Yes, we will. I'll try to find some stories too. I don't know. I hope everyone, anyone we know, I don't think anyone from the show is there, but Hope everybody that knows has family in northern Alberta, they're safe. What a crazy beginning to fire season in May.
Yeah.
So hopefully, yeah, like I said, hopefully everybody's safe and anybody that has family in those areas are safe and everyone's been accounted for. I hope, because wow, like it is way too early to be worrying about this crap.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, hopefully everyone is safe and gets out okay. And anyone who decides to become a looter, I hope a burning log falls on your skull. Because
And you don't have a hard
usually-
hat on, so it'll kill you.
Yeah. Well, maybe your leg first and then another one on your skull.
Wow, Fort St. John, eh? My goodness. Wow.
Ooh, yep.
That's scary and sad.
Get your bug out bags ready.
Yep.
Now, to put a damper on that, I saw this on social media today. So, to recap for anyone who can't read that, the Alberta fires are a conspiracy by them to make you believe in climate change. You cannot make, you know what? I think this is made up. I think someone on 4chan was having fun and one of the many morons out there took it seriously and started reposting on social media. Yeah, it just happens to be a coinky dink.
Wow. Yeah. That's just it. We're hoping for this in May. You tool. I hope you don't reproduce. Gosh, I hope you don't reproduce. Oh, that's so asinine. So asinine. Yeah.
So a portion of a news story that I saw I want to share. Not the entire story. Okay. So we all know who Brittany Griner is, I assume.
Yes.
I don't really, but kind of.
Yes, you kind of know, yeah.
Okay. So the only portion of this story that I wanted to share, because it's kind of a clickbait title. Kind of. You read the story and not really. She was arrested in Russia and spent 10 months in captivity after authorities found a small amount of prescription hashish oil in her luggage. Now, I never knew that until now. Then again, I didn't read into her trials and tribulations about spending 10 months in a Russian jail or prison. Small amount of prescription hashish oil. That's why she was there for 10 months. So lesson learned to everyone, if you have prescription drugs and you're traveling, make sure that those drugs are legal in the country that you are going to. That's all I wanted to share about that story. I'm not getting into what they thought about the national anthem. That to me is a red herring kind of. And the comments, I thought because I didn't see any comments here, I thought they had removed the comments entirely, but nope, they're still here. So that's great.
I wanted to find this.
When I went to visit my parents last week, it was anywhere between 20 and 25. And I think today here in Vancouver, it's either closing in on 30 or it's in the mid 20s.
So this is interesting because this goes back to this. So this kind of, again, I'm going back to this, tying into the beginning of the show, talking about the transgender movement and how we were supposed to view men and women now. But I saw this on, who is the African American woman who is always with Ben Shapiro and like Charlie Kirk? I can't think of her name right now. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay. She brought this up, and I thought it was an interesting read because I don't understand why we can't. I agree with this sentiment. Okay, I'll read it and then I'll say what I mean. So the woman that played the Wasp in Ant-Man and the Wasp,
Evangeline Lilly.
Lilly. Okay, I didn't know. Okay, thank you. So this is what she said on her Twitter or Instagram. So why are we only applauding masculinity in women and villainizing it in men? Why are we only applauding femininity in men but debasing it in women? Why can't we just be allowed to have it all? Or why can't we just allow for all of it? Why do we feel the need to vilify a man wearing shit kicker boots, driving a pickup truck, who's not afraid to punch someone in the face? But if he were a woman, they would be the epitome of cool. Why is a man who loves makeup, cries easily, stays at home, and tend to be domestically responsible vilified? VALINT. Responsibility. Valiant. Yeah. Okay. Yes. The responsibility is valiant. Yes. But women who does this the same is pathetic. Now, I see what, and I agree with why can't we just applaud it all? Like, why does, if like I can be a brutish man at times, but why would I be any lesser than a woman, like, to defend someone, right? But I also am a guy who will stay home and do responsibilities and clean the house. But you do hear this a lot. You hear you've seen comments made before, like when women just want to be homemakers, and it's like, well, you have an opportunity to be more. Well, maybe that's what she wants to be.
Yeah.
And we've all heard that. We've all seen that discussion where it's like, well, no, you can be more than that now. It's like, well, that maybe some women, that's just what they want to be.
Yeah, they have freedom of choice, so why criticize them for choosing what they want to do?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't understand this push that we have. Like, I think most women, like my wife, your girlfriend, Brian's not seen anybody, and I'm sure Joe would say the same about Brody. That, like, you want a man who will provide for you, who is strong, will take care of you, and can protect you. That's a masculine man. But some women don't. Some people look at down upon that, which I don't get. I don't get why that'd be something to look down upon.
I think, geez, I shouldn't even speak on this because I don't want to speak for anyone who thinks differently. But I think, just to push back in a devil's advocate kind of way,
of course,
independence, not having to rely on someone, not stepping in line with those gender norms, not going with the tradition and going their own path and a different path.
But why should these people who want it, which have the power to do that, you do that? I don't care. You do that. Made it very clear. You do what you want to do. But why, if someone doesn't want to do that, are they sometimes considered a lesser than and looked down upon? Which does happen. We've seen that. Which is, it's like, well, who cares? It's not affecting you. You do your thing and let this person do their thing.
Yeah. Why criticize if someone wants to buck the trend?
Yeah. So I just wanted to bring that up. I thought it was a very interesting comment she made. So I'm kind of curious if that blew up in her face or whatnot, right? I am curious, because a lot of times that just, you get the whole canceled, like, oh, now all your blah blah blah, right?
Speaking of cancel, but hello, it just comes down to preference. Yeah. Whatever you want to do, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's
why should people criticize if, let's say, all of a sudden Alma, just out of nowhere, and this is a complete hypothetical in an alternate universe, what if all of a sudden she decides to move out and be on her own and play video games and eat chips for the rest of her days? Why criticize her for that? Well, in her case, she's got a family. You can't just leave your family to play video games. It's a little bit different. Had she decided when she was young, before she had kids, before she found Bolo, she decided, well, I'm going to play video games for the rest of my life. Great. That's fine with me. You do you, boo.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Even in that alternate universe, you're going to choose tacos. My bad. Come on, it's an alternate universe. It's a different you. Go with me here.
Yeah, work with us here.
Yeah, not one. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you see that.
You don't choose this thing, then you hate this or you hate that. No, I prefer this.
I'm not into that.
But I like this more.
like, well, that's the thing with this that I shared last week. I mean, poking fun at that bigger. Again, I don't know if she's trans or he or transgender. The Garlock, the Jabba the Hutt thing I played, and like people are like, because there are guys like I would never. I just wouldn't do it. But then you're shallow. You're a piece of crap. Well, I'm not into like I'm not. I have to be attracted to the person to be like, okay. It's like Eddie Murphy says he liked a funny woman, but you got to be good looking too. He's not gonna be having sex with any ugly girls. Like you can't just be funny and go, "Hey, tell me another joke, baby." Oh, go ahead, right? Like, okay, wait, are we talking about the food?
You wouldn't do well in the multiverse idea, Alma.
No, she's confused.
Yeah,
English is her second language.
Oh, yeah, yes, that's right. So
I know she totally gets it. I'm just being. She's gonna cuss me out when we next time we talk. She's gonna cuss me out so hard. I might even get an 8. She's gonna run me
text
over.
you in like 50 minutes.
No. Next time we'll be gaming. She'll be like, "Oh no, I shot you again. I'm sorry. What happened there? You died." Right. So what's funny? Hey, yeah, ja.
Yeah.
So I was actually gaming yesterday. Okay, this will be funny. Cat will get it because I'm hurt with Cat and Man. We're gaming. Everything's going good. Kim comes down here and like I've rearranged the room around. Right, it's different now. Okay, I feel like I have more room. Well, I got a plug across the wall where my modem's plugged in. So Kim trips over and rips the thing out of the wall, and the internet goes down. So instead of just being like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," right? What does she do? She starts cutting a promo on me because she tripped on I had like a cord on the ground, but she kind of caught it with her foot, and it was my fault because she caught the iPhone charger, and that's why she ripped the plug out of the wall. It was my fault though. It's my fault. I'm like, can't you just be like, I messed up? Sorry. No. It turns it to right away that I'm the butthole and it's my fault.
Did you tell her before she entered the room that you had put this cord down?
She knew it was there.
Okay.
She knew that those plugs were there because she came and looked after I did it all and gave me that's a really nice room you made, honey. And patted me on the head and gave me a cookie. So
Really?
Yes. No.
How big was this cookie?
I did it all for the cookie.
Yes.
Ja. Oh, dude, yeah, she was totally embarrassed that she tripped. And she was just, the first thing to do was just cut a promo on me. And again, I'm like, how am I getting yelled at for this? Like, she went into full promo mode. I'm like, well, I was actually we were done anyways. I'm like, well, I was leaving anyways. I just got to go a little earlier, I guess. So, I know. Go ahead.
You had said the word canceled a bit earlier, and that brought up for me an article that I saw. Barbara Kay, Kaylin Ford opens up in new film pushing back against cancel culture. I'm guessing that Brody knows who Kaylin Ford is, and people remember that she got canceled in 2019.
For what?
She held views apparently that were sympathetic to quote unquote white supremacists based on a superficially damning but incomplete fragment of a private 2017 Facebook conversation about political radicalism.
Again, yep. There's no. Okay, well, this is life. This is life, and there ain't nothing we can do about it.
Yeah,
it is. I find it might be getting a little better, but it's definitely not good yet.
No. And this was set in motion by a former friend, quote unquote, and political rival, Karim Givraj. I'm not sure how that's pronounced exactly, but that's what I'm going with. So anyone who wants to know what's up with Kaylin Ford, you can find this on the National Post. And apparently Kaylin Ford is coming back. And she does have some decent views about when you get canceled, you are completely ostracized by friends, family. You can't get a job. What can you do? It's like being in a no person's land of your own. You are just you're all of a sudden out there in the matrix, like you're between worlds, you're in the loading program, the construct, you've got absolutely nothing around you. That's kind of what I got from what she was saying, and that's kind of scary.
It's terrifying that we've had this guy. I think we talked about that lady last week who threw the food down at the burger at McDonald's. Now, did she do something wrong? Yeah, she acted like a child. Yeah. But should she have lost her job? Should she have, no, that's not what should have happened at all. Like, she was an idiot and should probably should have brought into the office and say, hey, look, we are a company that, a public company, and we really don't need this coming back on us. So if you could go ahead and maybe act like an adult, that'd be great.
But unfortunately, in this day and age, that is the position that companies have to take now, because if they don't do this one strike, you're out policy of you're gone if anything you do on social media goes viral, then it appears that said company is propping up their employee and supporting their employee for doing that terrible viral stuff because they were not instantly fired. You have to look at it from a public relations perspective.
So, just writing down my songs for later. So here's my thing then. Why that shouldn't be the step it should be. Like, a company should be able to say, look, this person has been reprimanded. Even if you wanted to suspend them for a couple days, they've been suspended. And, they're not going to lose their livelihood, because in 2 weeks, all you little festering pieces of crap on Twitter are going to move on to someone else's life to ruin, and this person will mean nothing. So, want to know what? Shut up. Go away. They got suspended. Get a life. If that's just it. These are the people who, as kids, weren't told, when they were told no, they just complained and whined until they got what they wanted. And this is the society we have now. That's my opinion.
In some cases, yeah.
Yeah. So that's just the way I feel.
Just like I keep screwing this up. I think it was Brian Callen who said it on Fighter and the Kid. We're all next.
You're all next. Every one of you.
I'm not saying that you or I or any one of our friends are going to go off on that kind of tangent in public, but because none of us are perfect, it's entirely conceivable and possible that something like that is going to happen, and we are going to become the next 15-minute viral video film star before they move on to the next person and the next person.
That's just it. So I think what a lot of these companies need to actually do is say, yes, they've been suspended, and basically get pulled into the office and say, look, we took a lot of heat for this. We're not going to fire you. You do it again, we're going to have to let you go. Use your head, and go, lay low for a week. It's going to go away. They'll find something else to freak out about, and we'll move on.
Now, when it comes to that, police officers who shoot people or do some dastardly stuff, and they get put on paid administrative leave.
Yeah.
In this day and age, that doesn't go away right away, because there have been multiple news stories about it, and people have called those police departments and said, why haven't you fired this person? I'm going to keep calling every day. I'm going to harass you until you do something real about it. That, I think, some companies are afraid of. So they extricate themselves from the situation entirely, or try to.
So again, we're comparing a cop who maybe shot somebody, or we're going to the very extremes of what we need to deal with. What I think what companies also need to do is step back and almost take a page out of Family Guy's book, Seth MacFarlane and Matt Stone and Trey Parker. If sell these people doing this crap, they eventually give up because they're not getting the reaction. They're very much like children. They're not getting the reaction. You're going to tell me that these groups have not tried to stop South Park and the stuff they've done? The whole, when they were doing Caitlyn Jenner, like, and all the stuff that they were doing, they didn't give two French fried titty boobies about what was going on with what people were saying. And they're still going strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
The actor who voiced Chef, he
Isaac,
left.
yep.
Yeah, because they were talking trash about Scientology. What did they do with his character? They killed him off and they moved on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
They don't care.
They don't. Then I think that's a big problem. If you like it, that's a wrestling term, of course. If you sold what was going on, more often, maybe these people would figure out. That's why, again, this person step back, like a CEO or a secretary. Like, I know, and the secretary is just doing her job, but a CEO should be stepping back and going, okay, I'm right now at work, and whoever this loser is that's sitting at home and calling me every day, making sure that this person who smashed a burger on a counter gets fired. How big of a loser are they that they're at home doing this right now? Like, how big of a no-life loser is this person that they actually take the time to call to make sure a person who they never met and only know from this one video, right, needs to be fired from their job? So basically, these people who are doing this, I mean, this is going to be maybe a little dramatic, but you feel that you should be judge, jury, and executioner. Because these people that you are, I said that right, these people you feel who shouldn't be employed anymore now can't get a job because they did. Now, I'm not talking about the extreme ones that killed somebody or, something to that degree. But then where's the line? But I'm saying something as simple as smashing a burger on a counter, that they should never be able to get another job in the rest of their life because they, for a moment of stupidity, did that.
Yeah, and she was young too.
Yeah, like good Lord.
Yeah. But then, and I didn't do any research into this at all, our esteemed Prime Minister, Mr. Justin Trudeau, when the photos came out of him in blackface, he didn't resign. Did he give any apology?
I'm sure. I think
remember.
he did. I think he did.
Okay.
I think he apologized. But what? But okay, sorry. Go ahead. So I'm taking your thunder. Go.
So he, in this universe, he acknowledged it, he apologized, and he moved on. In an alternate universe, what if he no-sold it? What if he didn't bring it up at all? What if he didn't mention it and he just moved on? Would he still be prime minister, or would the uproar have gotten to such a point where he had to resign? Because he's been to many public places where he got shouted at by people. And of course, this was because of his policies on COVID. Maybe it had to do with the blackface and everything else he did. But in that universe, would he still be around? Because he's still here. That just goes to show that the Canadian left, and not all the Canadian left, they either don't care or they're forgiving or I don't know. I can't figure it out with him and their reaction to him.
I think the reason that I know we said this here, that like it's really like he did something stupid. I know we've said it lots, okay? But the reason, and I know we were saying, well, we don't really care about it. But the fact of the matter is, when anyone else was doing blackface, they had to be canceled. And that's like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you're expecting that everybody else that did blackface ever in the history of forever, no matter when they did it, is a piece of crap, then that should go for the same prime minister that you more than likely voted in, because it was more of a liberal, it was a left side of the aisle saying, well, you're all racist if you ever did this. The prime minister you voted in did it. So that's just like, again, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Yeah. But obviously you can, because he's still prime minister. Yeah. Yeah. And I think me and Chadney actually talked about this, like, in Canada, it comes down to, why do we, like, I know everyone said your vote counts. Does it though? Because like a lot of the times before it even gets over here, it's already done because Ontario has more seats than everybody else. So what's the point of voting if it's already decided before it even gets to us?
And in a group of 10 or 20 people, yes, everyone's vote counts.
Yeah.
In a city of 200,000 plus, if 5 or 10 people decide, you know what, I'm not voting, that does not, in the majority of cases, determine the winner of an election.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just 5 or 10 undecided votes as opposed to everyone else who did vote.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And there are going to be people out there, well, if your friends were jumping off a bridge, so if your friends are not voting, are you not going to vote too? Well, they have their opinion. I have mine.
And yeah, I would if there was enough water and I knew that it was safe to jump off the bridge. I totally would. So, hello, Chadney. Hope you're working safe. Well, we got Karen videos and dumb people and all that stuff to wrap up this fucking this poop show.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. But before we get to that, I keep forgetting to bring this up. This was something that Freak Nasty posted a few weeks ago, and I'm not posting it to be evil and offensive, but you know, double entendres and all.
Of course he did.
I know his sense of humor, and I think he means well with this one. This is just one of those haha, check this out. This is not transphobic. This is not hateful or bigoted. This is just a joke. That's
so
all.
hey, I need to ask in our email. I have not actually never did hook our show email up to this computer. Did you ever get a thing that said the comment on? Was there a comment on a podcast? Is there someone that said because like mine and Kat's friend man commented and said, "Geez, podcast." Just wondering, did it ever pop up in her email that someone commented on a?
Yeah, it was 2 words, and I was thinking, is this a question or a comment?
Yeah, no, that's the guy that games with us. I guess I should log into that email. So I don't know what we're doing up with that money.
I think if it builds up to a decent amount, the audience chooses a charity, and you and I donate double that amount to that charity.
Well, I better stop swearing then. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
you don't want to help the children.
You're right. I don't. I got one. I'm already helping him enough. Leave me alone. Now I need to log into our email and see because I haven't logged into our email in a while. Hopefully it's still there.
I did get the comment, but I deleted that email.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. But the comment is still on whatever live stream.
I don't know what show it was, so I just didn't want to go back to start going through all the live streams.
It's got to be 2 or 3 weeks ago now.
Okay.
But yeah, it was weird to see that, and I thought, well, is that a Russian troll? Maybe?
No, it was actually an Irish troll. That's our buddy man. Yeah.
All right then.
All right. Get our ears ready?
Yeah, stupid people it is. Stupid people. So your friend and mine, Amanda, she had an idea for our show where we try and find either pictures or video of people trying to fit things into or onto their vehicles that are way too big for said vehicles.
Okay.
So I started looking around and I found one. So this one's called Sofa Car. 2 words, Sofa Car. Okay. And I've originally found this on the Daily Mail. I found a picture of it, and so I looked it up on YouTube, and from the Yorkshire Tune channel on YouTube, I found a 3-minute video of someone trying to fit I think it's a 2-seat sofa into the back of a 4-door car that is obviously not going to go in there. So I edited the video down. Unfortunately, because it's copyrighted, I was not able to add yakety sax to help spice up the video.
Okay.
But it's a minute long. Enjoy. It's a 3-minute video. I edited it down to about a minute.
Okay, I found him. I found the thing. It was on episode 106.
Oh, okay. Not too long ago.
No.
So somebody thinks that by taking the cushions off the couch, that is somehow going to change the dimensions of the couch to such a degree that they can fit it in the back of the vehicle.
Public school was not strong with this one.
No.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Well, at least they tried?
Yes, they tried, but they should have realized that if trying it one way doesn't get it in, and then trying it the other way doesn't get it in, either you go diagonal with it or it's not going in. This takes 30 seconds to figure out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But nope. We're going to take the cushions off and try again.
Yeah. Wow.
This is why having a tape measure is important, so you can measure the width and the height.
Yeah.
And then do the same with the hatchback. And if it doesn't fit, well,
you must have quit.
You must have quit. You must rent a cargo van or a pickup truck.
Yeah. When I moved the room around here, like I measured the couch and everything to make sure everything would actually fit properly. I wasn't going to move everything and go, oh, fiddlesticks. Right. So. So, yeah.
In the old Karen video, I wonder.
Karen video. What do you got for us, bro?
Bro.
Okay, I'll go with I'll go with one that I've had sticking around for a while. Watch your ears. Now, I said watch your ears because I'm an idiot, but you know what I meant.
No, I tried, but it didn't work. I tried to watch
No one knows what I mean.
Yeah.
If I'm going to criticize other people for their little vocal gaffes, then I got to do the same for myself.
Right? You're idiots.
I'm going to clip that, and I'm going to make a short out of it, and I'm going to put it all over social media just to show how much of an idiot you are. And a ringtone.
Right.
Yes. You ever been to an airport?
Yes.
You know how some people snap in an airport?
I've not seen it, but I've seen a few videos on this subject.
Here's another one.
All right.
World star.
Sounds like a child.
I don't mean to laugh.
You better stop your shit.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
She's got to be on something. Everyone's laughing at her. Right.
She looks like a Karen.
All fucking night! Fuck your dad! All night until you get bitch. Really? Yeah. fucking night.
Wow.
Go to LA Fitness, you fat pig.
Have a better day.
I want to go back.
She's.
I think it's-
Everyone's laughing at her.
this should be part of a dance, what she does right here. The Karen
Right.
dance.
She's gotta be.
All fucking night. Fuck your dad. All night until you get bitch.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Do it again.
All fucking night. Fuck your dad.
Like, you
I'm gonna
imagine the poor kid that sees this on the internet and it's like, oh my jeez.
And I echo Alma from earlier. Ja, 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 ja.
Ja, ja, ja.
Ja, ja, ja. Shout out to Aaron Sestrick, pardon me, on TikTok for posting this.
Oh,
Listen.
wow.
Just in case anyone accuses us of not, citing our sources.
The internet, some of the stuff people come up with. Wow. Wow.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. We got a moment of zen. We got anything else before we do our moment of zen? I'm hungry. So.
Well, I know the show is not going to last much longer if you're hungry. So
Yeah.
someone had an interesting take on the Jeffrey Epstein flight logs.
Okay.
So I copied this from a Reddit post. So I'm going to share that. All right. So can you see that?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to go because it's a little harder to see. How about I do that? Okay.
All right. So the main problem with the flight logs is that they don't really prove much. Up until 2006, the flight logs show us also names. After 2006, when he was criminally charged, the names are left out. So I think any flight log lists that are going around after 2006 are either made up or, I don't know, something else. And he was wealthy and successful. A lot of influential people probably flew with him. They probably didn't know what he was up to. So to say that Tom Hanks was in on it, prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't make assumptions about someone based on the fact that they were around the wrong person, because people can keep secrets.
Yep.
The flight logs wouldn't really hold any weight during court. So unless the Epstein flight logs were brought up in court and those documents can be viewed by anyone, then you're probably viewing something that came out of 4chan.
Wow. When did Picasso die?
The 90s?
Well, no, this is still a mind blow. It was actually the 70s. I thought this, I just saw this on the grew up in the 80s. This is like this person put Picasso died in 1973. No one effing talked to me. I thought this man lived in the 1500s. So did I. I legitly thought that. I had no idea. And I'm reading the comments. I was not the only one. Like, he lived from 1881 to 1973. Everybody's like, I had no idea. Everybody keeps going like, we had no idea.
Yeah, because when you think of famous painters, most of them are from the 15th, 16th, 17th, 1800 centuries. Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea. Crazy. Yeah, I believe yeah.
This.
Yep, and I just learned that. You learn something new every day.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Well, I suppose it's time.
Now, it's time.
I probably should have uploaded this
Oh.
earlier, but it'll only take a minute. You know, I'm thinking of changing the title from Moment of Zen to Moment of Zed. Reason being, Zed is pronounced that way here in Canada, and we are Canadian, and Zed is the last letter of the alphabet.
Mhm.
And the moment of Zen, or Zed, as I would like to change it to, is the last thing we do before the show ends. So even though we all know I'm stealing from The Daily Show, I'm probably going to change it to Moment of Zed because that is very original. Renaissance. Yeah, I can't remember when that was, but something like that. Yep, Dad is off to the Berta tomorrow.
Oh yeah, what's coming in here for?
He's got some packages to deliver. No, that's code for anything.
Oh, good. Glad you clarified that. Because
No recommendations. Well,
yes, we do. Okay, so I'm going to for my music. I'm just going to take the REM song, "Strange Currencies." I love that song. I really do. That's the first one. Second one, I'm going back to I think it was 1993 from Much Dance 1993.
Whoa.
KLF 3 a.m. Eternal.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an old dance song. I love it. It's the only song that I like they ever did. The only song I know from them. KLF is gonna rock you. Are you ready? Dancing so groove. Are you ready? I love it. And it brings me back to being a kid again. So yeah. REM Strange Currencies from the album Monster, and KLF 3 a.m. Eternal.
That sounds so familiar, but I don't know that. Jesus.
Here,
I'll have to look it up.
Here, I'll play it. Just the beginning. I think I can get away with that.
5-second rule.
Play, master. Oh, my headphones are on. Kim's probably like, what the hell is that? Hold on.
This is Radio Freedom.
Hold on. Oh, wait a minute.
Okay. Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Sounds familiar.
Yep. So.
All right. So I saw this movie not last week, but the week before. I think it was the day after our other show.
Okay.
This one is from 2012. It's from writer-director Don Coscarelli, who wrote and directed Phantasm 1 through 4. It's called John Dies at the End, and it's from 2012.
Spoiler alert. John dies at the end.
No.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
Okay.
But it's a good movie. The lead actor, he was a young guy, and he was very good, very charismatic. Liked him a lot. Is that the one with Tammy Wynette? No, different one.
Different one.
Or is he asking?
I don't know what
he's
he's talking about. Song? Movie or KLF? I don't know. So a little confused. Context is king.
The other one, it's a Canadian film from 2009. It's called 5150 Elms Way. It was filmed in Quebec. Very good movie. Probably not something you should be watching with your parents, as it's a kidnap movie. But that's what I did.
Yeah, no, it's not KLF at Tammy Wynette. No, it's not. So I thought that's what he was talking about. So, All right, so there are your movies. There's your music, you filthy animals.
And before we go, the moment of Zen.
Fair. In this day and age, you never know anymore.
Yes.
And the possums will attack.
Thank you all for watching. Dad, Chad, Bolo, Alma, Brody, Ryan, anyone else who stopped in and didn't say anything, greatly appreciate it. We shall be back next Monday people we haven't seen in a while. Hanama Overseer, Casey Frank, Penny Trish Jen, Trevor, Corey's brother, Trevor G, Jolene and Jolene, and a shout out to Gareth. Thank you all for watching. We shall return. Any words of wisdom you want to leave with the people?
Just love each other. You know, we're not here for a long time. Love each other, get along, and yeah, enjoy life.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything, you know, in opposition to that. We're here for a good time and a somewhat long time. So yeah.
Yep.
Be kind and rewind.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.